Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 207. We got home about 5 o'clock this morning and leaving before 7 o'clock right now. It is 36 degrees outside, chilly little morning, and we are on our way to the first casino. On our way there, we're going to have one meeting in the car, and then when we get there, we're going to have a short meeting in the parking garage. We'll have a little bit of time to go into the casino and play, and then on our trip to the second casino, we will have another meeting. We will then have a couple hours at our next stop before another meeting, and from there, I should have most of the day free after that. Now, a little wrinkle, one of the kids does have a sporting event tonight, so I need to be home early for that. One of the other kids has a birthday coming up, and I found a really nice item for them on Craigslist that I want to pick up, but I have no idea how I'm going to have time to do so. So we'll see how the day goes, we'll see how the timing goes, and hopefully I'll get back in time to go pick this up and then go to the sporting event and then head home. And then we'll try to hide this until the birthday. It's kind of large, so I'll have to figure out what to do with it. So that's what's going on right now. Like I said, it's a chilly morning. Yesterday, last night into this morning was pretty good. It was pretty fun and did pretty well. So we want to try to build on that today. No pressure, and we'll take it one step at a time and see how it goes. So that's what's going on right now. You're all caught up, and I'll come back and update you after the first stop. All right, guys, I am back. Made my first stop, did a meeting on the way, and that went fine. Didn't really have to give any input or anything like that, so that was no big deal. I do have another meeting in about an hour, and that will put me in the casino parking lot, the next casino parking lot, which is actually okay this time, because I have some work to do, some office work, and while I'm listening to the meeting, I will be doing that work, and I should be done working for the day by the time that meeting is over, so I'll use that time wisely. I could have spent a little bit more time at this place, but there really wasn't much here. So there wasn't even some borderline plays that I could wait for or anything like that. So I figured the best thing to do is just continue on, get to the next city about 5 minutes before my next meeting, and then by the time, or 5 minutes after my next meeting starts, and by the time everyone's introduced and everything gets started, I'll be parked and it'll be quiet around me, and I'll be able to participate in the meeting while I'm doing my work. The big task today is going to be, I finished setting up some web pages for a new type of vulnerability scan that we're doing, and I'll be talking to the stakeholders of each department, explaining to them what the pages are, how they work, and where the scans will go, what the responsibilities are, answer some questions, things like that. It'll just be a half-hour meeting, but I don't have to do the actual meeting today. I just need to set up the meeting and send the links now so they can experiment with the website, and if they're good with it, then we'll have a quick half-hour meeting whenever, tomorrow, Monday, whenever, and that task will be done. And then my big task will be making sure those scans work properly. I'd say about 2/3 of them are working properly for sure right now, and 1/3 of them either there are no vulnerabilities or they're not working properly. So I'll have to go into the logs and double check that, and that should be no big deal. I should be able to do that Monday since I'm going to be in the office anyway. So that's what's going on right now. I did go into this place and just found one play, I'm thinking. I think I only made one play, and I ended that session. I had $115, $116, I believe, 116. So that's all for this spot. We're going to move on to the next place. right now I'm feeling okay. I can't say that I'm totally 100% fresh right now, but I don't think I'm going to be making any errors right now, and I'll have a little bit of time to relax in the car during the meeting after I finish setting up all the stuff I need to do. So that'll give me a little bit of rest. So that's what's going on right now. You're all up to date. We're at plus 116 for this session, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I'm back, and I am getting in the car right now, getting ready to move on to another casino. I'm not going to have enough time to play blackjack there. The blackjack may not even be open there yet, and I will be coming back to this casino. So the situation is this. I do have another meeting coming up, and that's the one that's the longer one. I'm going to have to sit in the car for that one, unfortunately. And I'm not going to have enough time to play blackjack, but I do have enough time to go to the next casino, look at the slots, and I'll have about 30 minutes to do something, and then get to the car, and I will probably be driving back to this casino during the meeting, and then I'll probably go in and play again at this casino. And also I want to pick up a gift at this casino as well. So what I'll do for that is I'll go to the kiosk and print out my voucher, go pick up the gift, leave the casino, go back to the car, drop off the gift, and then go back in, because everyone thinks that I don't have a card at this casino. So I wait until the line is completely empty, and then I walk right up, grab my gift, go right out the door, and then it's cool. So I did play a little bit of blackjack while I was in there, in and out, and was able to be ahead $500 and left ahead $500. And then I played a couple slots on the way out, actually one slot on the way out, and ended that session ahead $30. So plus 500 on the blackjack, plus 30 on the slots. I did the meeting in the car, the first meeting, second meeting, whatever, and got all my work done for the day, so all that's taken care of. I just need to check in every little bit to keep my teams alive, to make it look like I'm currently working. So everything is good, and I'm moving on to the next casino, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, as I'm walking back to my car, I was in and out of there pretty quickly. Of course, no blackjack because there's no time, and I'm just getting back to my car for my meeting. Only played a couple machines, and between the few machines that I played, I ended up ahead $36. So unfortunately, I have to cut this recording short here so I can get ready for my meeting. But plus $36. I didn't even go by the high limit area for blackjack because I didn't have time. But the low limit area seemed to be pretty busy. So that's what's going on right now. I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I'm back, and unfortunately I am running so far behind. I feel pretty awful right now because my kids got an event, and based on the normal time it takes to get there, I should be there half an hour early, but the map says I'm going to get there 41 minutes late. So hopefully whatever the traffic issue is ahead starts to get cleared up. It just added 11 minutes a second ago, so it's pretty bad. Hopefully I can get there on time, at least before it's over. So I hate to miss stuff. But I go into this place, and there's two things I'm trying to accomplish here. I'm trying to get this gift without being seen, and I'm trying to play some blackjack. So I'm looking around at the blackjack tables. I can't find any good tables. Finally, I find a table. I sit down. I buy in for $500. I have to rebuy for another $500, and then two more. So I'm in for $2,000, and I get all of it back. I'm ahead like $700, and I've got a decent count. And I'm betting and betting and betting, and then the bottom falls out. And by the time the shoe's over, instead of being up $700, I'm down like $1,200 or $1,400. So I'm like, all right, back to the drawing board. I'm keeping an eye on the clock because I know how much time it takes to get home, and I can plan for it. I've got plenty of time. I actually said to myself, I got 2 whole hours to play at this table. No problem. I should be fine. Well, I was only at the table for an hour and 45 minutes, and now I'm 45 minutes late. So, well, and with me being there an hour and 45 minutes, you can tell that I had kind of a tough time. I ended up switching tables 1, 2, 3 times at least, maybe 4 times. Negative counts, big negative counts, so I mean, you can't complain about big negative counts because that means all the 10s are in there, right? If it's big positive counts all the time and the 10s never come out, then you have to worry about someone pulling the 10s out. But with big negative counts, that means all the high cards came out. That means just depending on how the shuffle is, right? You just got the wrong end of the shuffle. Anyway, stalled vehicle ahead, accident, lane closure. I just added 2 more minutes, and I'm come on. Anyway, so I end up buying in for a total of $4,000, and I have to verify that because it might have been $4,500. I need to count my money. I'm pretty sure it was $4,000, and I was up $700 2 or 3 times, and just couldn't finish the shoe without having something bad happen. I finally ended up leaving with $4,400, so I think I'm either up $400 or down $100, but I couldn't wait anymore because it's the time. And then I was shocked when I put it in the map and I saw that I was going to be late. So at that last table that I was at, this guy comes over and he's got about 150,000 in $5,000 chips and about 30,000 in $500 chips, and he's playing 2 hands, 2,000 on each hand, with 1,000 on each bonus, and just getting pummeled. And he hit the bonus a couple times and was so happy, but he was still down. It's so much money. She's paying about 20,000, 30,000. All these big payouts. I don't know the numbers. 20,000 I think was one, but 10,000, stuff like that. So anyway, he ends up, I think he said if he got 30,000 more back, then he'd only be down another 100, and he would take a break and come back and try to win the other 100. And at a couple points there, especially at the end, he was betting 2 hands at table max, which is 5,000 a hand, and the table max for the bonus, which is 1,000 a hand. So he's betting basically 2 hands of 6,000, if you want to put it that way, 5,000 plus 1,000 on 2 hands, so $12,000. And he's doubling 8s with a low and negative count and doing everything. And then he's staying on A7 against 6, and just doing the wrong stuff. And there was one point where I had a 16 against a 10, and I had a positive count, and I said, I feel like I should stay, but I'll hit it if you want me to, And he said, no, do what you want. And then he's like, see, you should have hit it. I'm like, dude. And then we figured out that instead of him losing one of his 2 hands, he would have lost both of them if I hit it. So, people are so fickle. You're their best friend when things are going well, but when things are going bad, they hate you. So it's all your fault. I would have made this, I would have done that. So anyway, I ended up, like I said, leaving ahead, I think 400, and I'll update you in a minute when I figure it out. And then I went to the high limit cashier, cashed out 2,700 of it, and then the other 1,700 at the poker room because the low limit cashier had a line, and I did get that gift. So that's all good. And now we're going from full speed to stopped again. I gained 4 minutes. This is going to be kind of crazy. Hopefully all these things clear up in front of me and I make it. But anyway, I'll be back and I'll let you know how I ended up for sure. All right, guys, I am back. So I did count the money, and as it turns out, I was only in for 4,000, so I was ahead 400. I was leaving no matter what. There was 0 time left. So I was ahead 400 there, puts us ahead over 1,000 for the day, so that's all right. Yeah, so that's all good. Right now, I am going as fast as I can through this traffic. I mean, I'm not doing anything like I'm not swerving through cars or anything, but I'm trying to get there as soon as possible. And I will have to stop for gas in about 50 miles or so, and I'm gonna have to skip a couple casinos, but nothing else I could do. I mean, the kid could have ridden the bus home after the event, but now I got to drive through 2 cities of rush hour to get there. But what are you gonna do? Anyway, that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. So, just wanted to talk for a minute here. I'm thinking back to that last blackjack session I had, and how this guy was so relaxed with betting $10,000 like it was nothing every hand, and not even getting frustrated when he lost, and talking about it so freely, like, oh, I'm down 200, I'm down 150. It's so crazy. And I asked him what he did for a living. I think that's important to ask people like that what they do. And he says he owns like junkyard, kind of like maybe kind of like a recycling center. Kind of what I thought from the way he said it, but it definitely makes a ton of money. Let's talk about, what did you eat today, MW? Today I actually didn't eat anything until I was on my drive home. And on my drive home, when I stopped for gas, that last stop that I made, I also stopped through the drive-thru at Chipotle, and I got a nice burrito bowl, ate that on the drive home. Didn't take any time out of my day, and I was able to get some good food. And also, what did you tip today, MW? And today I played a combination of blackjack and some slots, and combined I tipped a total of $0. So $0 combined for blackjack and slots, and that's how it should be, in my opinion. So tomorrow, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I may need to stay home, help my wife with some things. If so, I may do some things close to town, maybe a little bit of slots, maybe a little bit of poker. I'm really not positive yet, but we'll get it figured out. So, yeah, right now I am heading off to my kids' event. I'm running a little bit late, but I should be there before it's over, at least, and hang out there for a little while. And then I found something on Craigslist I want to buy for one of my other kids for their birthday, so we'll probably go ahead and try to do that as well. And did I do the wrong thing here? I made a wrong turn. Yep. So I may go ahead and pick that up from those people, and we'll take that home and hide it somewhere, either at our house or someone else's house. And yeah, that'll be it for tonight. So back on the right road here. And so I'm going to let you go right now. If you have any questions or comments, the email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.